Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We're back here today with a very fun video. We have a little bit of a mass rank up using those 4 to 5 Saga gems. Now, you guys know me, I'm an absolute sucker for the rank up gems. I see rank up materials in the deal, I just cannot resist. So, the arcade game Saga has a lot of fantastic champions. A lot of them for me are already at rank 5, and there are a lot of champions who I've wanted to take to rank 2, or sorry, I'm thinking 7 stars, to rank 5 for a little bit now. Some for years. So we're going to use that opportunity to take some of these guys up. And we're going to start out with a really fun one. A champion that I would never ever use Catalyst on, but someone I just want to take up to rank 5. We have Black Widow Deadly Origin going up to rank 5, dude. I think this is such a fun rank up. Now, she's not going to be used every day for me. She's not even going to be used too often for me, to be entirely honest, but she's going to be great in casual questing in the Thronebreaker EQ every month. She's going to be fantastic in certain Battlegrounds metas. If there's ever a shock vulnerability meta, she's probably going to be the best option on the season, maybe second best aside from Shuri. But, dude, having Black Widow at rank 5, she's one of those champions where the higher rank she is, you really do start to feel that she is a very good champion. The increased combat power rate to get to the special 2 better, the higher potency of all the damage over time. I think she would be a really fantastic 7-star, but I don't really see her coming anytime in the near future. So yeah, man, I feel like taking Black Widow to rank 5 right now was a super duper fun move. Up next, we got this guy, man. This dude came out, and he was my favorite tech champion for a very, very long time. I've always really loved Infamous Iron Man since the beginning. Just such a fun champion to play. Still probably the best Bishop counter at the end of the day. You know, he's very, very smooth and solid to play. I run 5 out of 5 collar tech all the time. He's not actually the best with that because you want to push them to 3 bars of power, funny enough, but still at the end of the day, you know, tech power control, one of my favorite mechanics in the game. Hulkbuster, Red Skull, I love how he interacts with his special 2. The damage is super duper satisfying, man. So yeah, he can also be very, very solid in Battlegrounds for occasional metas if there's some sort of, like for example, this previous one he probably would have been great at. You know, you started special 1, you push them up to special 3 very easily, you're right by special 2. Plus, man, he's kind of got like that infinite power lock rotation going for special 3 as well. So there's a lot of stuff this guy could do. He has some decent immunities, you know, he's a solid enough mutant killer, and also he's kind of annoying on defense sometimes. Plus, at the end of the day, it's a Marvel video game, and the infamous Iron Man comic run was one of my favorites that I've read. I just really love the character. Up next, we got the new guy. We got Arcade, man. Now, Arcade, for me, in my eyes, is primarily a bit of a defender. He could certainly do a lot of things on attack, you know, with his pre-fights. He has some shifting immunities, you know, he's solid against Domino, he's kind of fun with his traps and everything, but for me, the reason for this rank up right here is you know, the newest champion entering the game, and we had a rank up gem that works for him, so hey, we're gonna rank him up. But also, again, I'm thinking like Battlegrounds defense, plus he's cool, plus he's fun to play, you know. I don't think I'm gonna be using him offensively too often, but that's okay, man. Like I said, it's more so a defensive rank up for me, plus a new fun and cool champ, you know. Moving on, we have a champion who I've wanted to rank 5 again for a very, very long time. I recently took him up from rank 3, like Sig 80, up to rank 4, Sig 200 in preparation for these rank up gems, man. So, dude, very, very excited to have Mr. Fantastic up at rank 5. He is such an incredibly underrated, useful champion. There's so many things he can do, man. He's a fantastic support champion as well. He's always going to be relevant with his synergies. He's so good with the full Fantastic Four synergy team. Not something that I run too often, man, but hey, man, Mr. Fantastic also is very useful for a lot of, like, objectives. It feels like every, like, Eternity of Pain, Summer of Pain, Spring of Sorrow type content that we have, there's at least 1 week with a Fantastic Four objective. And sometimes Human Torch works well, sometimes he doesn't. Mr. Fantastic is consistently very, very good for these fights, man. He's very good in the longer fights where he can ramp up, so I feel like having him at rank 5 is going to be a really, really solid thing. Plus, on top of that, man, for Battlegrounds purposes, for certain metas, he's an absolute pain in the ass on defense. So having him at rank 5, Sig 200, that's going to be pretty darn solid for defense. Plus, he's also pretty good on attack as well in there every now and then. Moving on, we have Valkyrie, another champion that is very, very long overdue for rank 5. Such an incredible champion. We hardly even have to talk about her. You know, just her ability to counter the unstoppable is so, so good. You guys know me. I love champions where I can hit into block and primarily attack hitting into block. Spidey 2099, Masakre, absolutely love these champions. Love Valkyrie. On top of that, you know, the combo delay into special 2 that I do with Hulkbuster all the time completely applies to Valkyrie as well. So that playstyle is ingrained in my bones at this point, you know? So the Valkyrie rank up, it just seemed to make a lot of sense. Plus, my battle group for Alliance War only had, I think, 2 Valkyries ranked up. So I figured, hey, let's make that 3. I doubt I'm ever going to be using her in war, especially right now I'm using Gladiator every war pretty much primarily. But hey man, if we ever need a Valkyrie in a pinch, now we got one up as well. So yeah, like I said, Sagas are really cool, man. One great thing about Sagas is that pretty much all the champions in the attacking and defending pool are really good, which makes like opening those 7-star crystals and getting these rank up gems very worthwhile in my opinion, because you're very likely going to get something that's actually going to be useful for you, which I think is really, really fun and really cool. So we have, what, 18 champions at rank 5 just in this saga? That's pretty darn solid, man, and there are some fantastic champions. On top of that, we had an Ascension, and we're gonna give it to the new guy because he's new and shiny. I really wanted to actually give it to Mr. Fantastic, but I ended up going with Arcade because, hey man, why not, right? So let's think what we got. We got Arcade at rank 5, Sig 200, Ascended. Infamous Iron Man, rank 5, Sig 200. We got Mr. Fantastic, rank 5, Sig 200. We got Valkyrie, rank 5, Sig 200. And we also got Black Widow Deadly Origin, rank 5, Sig 200. Now, it really pains me to say this, but Black Widow was only Sig 80 when I took her up. And putting Sigs into her, man, I had some in overflow, and I had like those, the Saga, you know, Sig stones from like the event. And like, hey, you know, we got her to Sig 200, and that's great, but like her Sig ability, man, like, I mean, didn't need it. It was more of like an aesthetics thing. All my rank 5s are at Sig 200, and it just felt really weird to not have her at Sig 200 as well. So we went ahead and just bit the bullet and put those Sig stones right into this lady right here. For aesthetics, man, what can I say? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But that's it for this little Saga mass rank up video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about these 5 choices in the comment section below, and hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss the mass rank up video that's very likely coming in a few weeks after the July 4th sale. It is mid-June. We are getting close to that, man, so hit the subscribe button and don't miss it. I'll be seeing you around, man.